Good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's a nice morning out. Robin's over there watering the peppers and tomatoes. Getting a start on the garden. She's still got more to plant. I'm gonna be doing some weed eating. I'm not going to show you a whole lot of it. I'm going to start out down by the main road. And I'm going to go around the wood pile down here. Then going to head up to the pond. There's a lot to do up there. So, glad you're coming along and hope you stay around for a while. We are going to change plans a little bit. I need to do oil change and filter change on the old 1025R here. Gotten lax on it and got behind on it. I really need to do the hydraulic stuff too, but I'll probably put that off till probably the fall or close to the fall. I change the axle and stuff, fluid and stuff like that. But I'm at least going to get the oil done. But we got to run to the next town over. That's where the nearest dealer is. It'll take about 30 minutes to go there, get it and come back. And then I'll be doing an oil change. Stay tuned. All right, we're back from the parts house. It's time to show you here. There's 2 air filters to change out. Got the big one here on the breather, and I don't know, the other one on the I don't know. There's 2 air filters to change. We have 2 air filters. We have 4 quarts of oil. It takes 2.9, but I went ahead and got an extra one just so I can have it, and then the big oil filter. And every bit of that at my local store was too much money. But I need to get it done. It was $111, which actually, when I saw it online, it was just about that price online. So it is what it is. It's one of the things you got to do for, just like on a car or a truck, you got to do it on your tractor too. So I'm gonna get started. Okay. So here we are underneath the tractor. I'm totally not prepared for this. I should have an oil drip pan, but I don't. So I'm going to try to use a milk jug. And yes, I could take a razor knife and cut a big hole in it, which I still may do. I don't know. I may have to. But what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to attempt to loosen up the oil plug from the pan, which is right here. And I'm going to attempt to make that stream of oil go right into the milk jug. Let's see what happens. All right. If I can get it loose. There it is. This is going to be a mess. I just know it is. Oh yeah, it's a mess. Oh yeah. There she goes. Piece of cake, huh? Not. Forgot to pull out my dipstick. There it goes. Now it's a nice stream. All right, that was a piece of cake. And we'll let that drain down. Try to find some more rags. And we'll be back in a minute. Oh, and here comes the wife to see. Alright. Now also, could not find my oil filter wrench. So I'm going to attempt to do it with just a pair of channel adjustable wrench. It shouldn't be real tight, but since this is the one from the factory, it very well could be. It's wanting to break loose. See, let me pull the dipstick out. There it goes. Yep. Let's see here. Well, still need to use it here. I know I'm going to end up spilling some more on the ground, but hey man, what's a little more when you already drained most of your oil onto the ground? I know I could take my fender off and everything, but I just didn't feel like it. I don't recommend using your wrenches to tighten it back up. If I do, I'm going to put a rag around it. Alright. It's not a whole lot of oil. And mind you, we're just on gravel here. That'll just add a little character. Alright, now I'm going to get my oil filter out. Not very big. Now, I know you're not seeing this. I'm not going to bother moving the camera. Taking on just a little bit of oil. I've always done this even on vehicles, and I put it around the seal, the rubber seal for the on the filter. Kind of lubes it up some, I guess. I've seen people too put oil down in their filter. I'm not going to be doing that. Just because, again, the situation. While the filter's not on there though, I will wipe some of this oil off. And here in a minute, after I turn the camera off, I'll finish wiping everything down. You just want to make sure you get that threaded on there right. do is get a turn on it or so. So I'm going to try putting this rag on it just so I don't scratch it up. It's going to be hard to tell if I'm turning it. Yeah. See if I can get. Yeah. Yeah. That should have got it. Now, before I get all the oil in there and start it up, I'm going to finish wiping it down some. So we'll see you in a second. I think I forgot to mention, didn't mention the ratchet socket I used. I could have read the instructions, but I just grabbed them out of my bag. It seemed like a 7/16 fit, but it was a little bit loose. This 17mm fit real tight on the drain plug. So it's either going to be a 7/16 or a 17mm will work just fine. So let me see if I can get you a good look here. Here is our oil fill right here. Pretty self-explanatory because it says oil on it. Smart, ain't it? And we are going to be using 15W40, and then it recommends in the winter to put 15W30 in it. I don't know what was in there because it's on the factory. I'm assuming they had 15W40 in there, but don't know. All right, I've already got 2 quarts in there. I recommend using a funnel because it's so far down in there. And when you look in there, you'll see, well, I guess they're all orange. On this model it is. It says oil on it, so it tells you it's the oil fill. Let's put 2.9 quarts. So now I'm going to put about a half in there and then see where it's at after it sits there for a minute. Main reason I'm showing you this video is just to show you, even though I'm not doing it perfect. The only thing I did wrong, really wrong, was I forgot to get a oil drain pan, and I just decided to use a milk carton. But I'm out in the gravel, so it'll be all right. I'm gonna take it down to half. And by doing this little bit of maintenance yourself, you're saving you a lot of money. That's for sure. I really should be doing the hydraulic. That's going to be a little bit more involved. I've seen it done 2 different ways. Take your back wheel off because you have to take it's a magnetic filter. You pull it out, and it has all the shavings that are coming off of your transmission gears and hydraulics and all that crap. And then I've seen people not take the wheel off. So, but we just don't have the money right now, so do what we can. And the tractor, really, we're not using it as heavy as what a construction company does. So we're just using it a few days a week and not even all day. I will change my fuel filter soon. I just didn't today, kind of tapped out on the money. Well, she's nice and clean looking though. It's showing just, it's going to be almost 3/4 by the time I'm done. So we'll get this taken care of, and then we're going to start the air filters. All right, on this filter, there's one of your filters here. Here's a bracket that comes around on it. I've already kind of loosened it up. You got fat fingers like me. Doesn't help. Take it loose from the hose, I guess. That's what it looks like. Yep, let me get a screwdriver. Or nut driver. Alright. Got me a screwdriver and got it out of there. As you can see, that filter needs to be changed. Look at that. Hey, look at this filter, huh?
Oh, wow.
It needs to be changed.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Let me take the new one out here. Quite a bit different. Whoop, quite a bit different. Yeah. Now, the little one it doesn't look bad. But I'm going to change it. Let me take the new one out of it, out of that box. I mean, it looks different, but actually the style is different, I believe. But I will keep this one around for a spare, like if something happened and I needed one. And this just pops in the center there. And this one pops back in. There. And boom. I'm going to clean the inside of this up a little bit. And then we'll put the cover back on. Go ahead and show you, since I didn't show you how I took it off. This will snap back on like so. Yeah. Actually goes like that. And this pushes in. Yeah. It's hard to get out the first time also. Yeah. Supposed to. Let's see here. That is not going back on the way it came off. Figures. Alright. See here. How that's going to be lining up. Looks like it lines up right there. It looks like. Well, as usual, it's not going the way it should. There it is. I had to push like another 1/4 of an inch on the filter. Filter must not have been all the way in there. And then this just happened to pop off, so we'll pop it back on. Yeah, we'll just pop it right back on there. Pop it right back on there. Piece of cake. This is not positioned correctly. So I need to try to get it back off of there. And this needs to be I think right there. Yes, sir. That's where that needs to be. That is much better. Now that is facing right towards there. Now I've got to try to get this They don't give you much room to work on these things, that's for sure. there is a bracket underneath there, and I can't get to it. All right, I got it. That was extremely hard, but makes it all worthwhile, I guess. There's a bracket underneath of the filter case that this U-clamp fit into a slot. But when this is all the way on there, you can't see that and you can't get to it. There's just no way to do it. I guess I could lower the arm back down, but then I'll be way out here. So now I'm going to take my huge channel lock wrench and tighten this back up. I'm basically showing you how somebody who may not have all the right tools to do this. I've got all the right tools. They're just not all down here at the building, because I keep most of my stuff in my work truck. I guess I should have drove my work truck down here. Alright, that's good enough. Now I'm going to tighten my hose clamp back up, because for a second there I thought I was going to have to take it off, but I did. Tighten it back up right where it was. I'm sure this is not near as hard as I'm making it seem as it is. Now I'm going to check. The oil's been sitting there for a little bit, so I'm going to check it to see if I needed to add any more to it. It looks like it's going to be just a smidge. So what I'm going to end up doing, most likely, is it's pretty much going to be 3 quarts. Now, I'm going to leave that right where it is. Anyway, it's done ran down a little bit now. It was just below the full mark. So I'm going to call that full. And I will just, after the first time using it, I'll check it. So that's pretty much the oil and air filters. Looked easy, didn't it? I wish I had an air compressor hooked up down here. I'd blow all this dirt off, but at least we did get the nasty filters changed out, so we ought to be sucking air a little bit better now. And the antifreeze is perfect. We've had this tractor since the summer of 2021, about I think May of 2021. Have not, I don't believe I've added any antifreeze to it, and it's still right where it should be. So it's doing good. And the oil, actually, you know, hate to admit it, but this is the first time I've changed oil, and it was just a little bit below. It probably still had 2.5 quarts of oil in it, so it had just burned a little bit of oil. So been a good tractor so far. So hopefully it keeps going. Just so hopefully help it along a little bit. So we thank you for this little short video, and come back and see us again. God bless.